Hello, in today's video I'm going to be doing an unboxing from High Desert Orchids. Now this is a Cattleya species that I've kind of discovered recently within the past year, but I've definitely had my eye on it since I've discovered it. Because for some reason the lip's not particularly impressive, but there's something about the lip that really does it for me. I think it might be like the pink and yellow contrast, because I noticed that a lot of my favorite orchids have pink and yellow contrast on them. And actually, I think it was my first orchid. Unfortunately, I don't have anymore, which is a Sogogo Trees. And of course, if you know the Sogogo Trees, and if you don't, I'll put in pictures of it, but it has a really nice pink and yellow contrast. Huh. I don't know if I got the right order because there's two plants in here. So let me see. Oh. Well, I got a gift with this. So I'm guessing this is a little gifty. And then this is Cattleya El Dorado. Oop. Okay, so here is the main event. Super excited to have this one because, like I said, recently discovered this one, and every time I've sort of looked for it to buy on eBay or on the internet, it's been like really crazy, like over $100 or at least over $70, which I think is kind of crazy for an orchid. So I'm really glad that I was able to find this on High Desert Orchid's site for $35, and then I used their Labor Day code, which was still going at the time that I purchased it. So I ended up getting this for $28 with $12 shipping, so it wasn't too bad. And one thing I'm gonna say right off the bat is that I really appreciate having them in these like kind of flimsy plastic pots, because when it comes to repotting this one, I'm not gonna have to like hack away at a like heavy plastic pot. I don't know, that's like really tiny thing, but it is something that I appreciate when they come in flimsier pots, I guess, just because I know I'm gonna have to repot them eventually. See if I can free this one. Trying to unpack it feverishly and carefully at the same time, because I don't think I'm gonna find another deal like this soon. Here's the baby. Okay, so here it is, and let me get you the tag so you can see what all the fuss is about. This is Cattleya El Dorado Mount Ito, also known as Cattleya Wallisii. And I got this one, obviously you've heard me talk about why I got it before, but specifically this one is a mericlone. And when I was looking up Cattleya El Dorado online, the species itself is quite variable, and not all the flowers are like super pretty. I mean, all flowers are pretty, but there's a clear difference between this particular mericlone and the other ones that are not mericlones. So if I can just get you in here, it's got a lot of roots down in the bottom right there, and some of them are newly green, which means they're fresh from the newest growth, and even the older ones here seem to be in good shape. From this one that I can feel out here, it looks like development even down here still has some life to it, so that's good. And as you can see, it's a really tiny Cattleya, probably like maybe 6-8 inches tall. And it does seem to be a younger plant. It's got like 4 or 5 mature bulbs. Let me just show them to you so you can see them. So there's this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then this little baby one back here does have a defined bulb, and then there are some like younger growths from when it was a baby that don't really have a pseudobulb down here. But yeah, healthy plant, and it's hopefully gonna bloom on its next growth, because this one doesn't have a sheath on it. But overall, a healthy plant, and I'm glad to finally add this to my collection. So now let's get on to the gift. Okay, so here is my mystery free gift. So this is not sponsored by High Desert Orchids, and as I told you before, I used a code that was already present on the site. But they did send me a little gift, and I think this is probably in all of my orchid buying, because I have over like 200 orchids right now. More like over 225, but over 200 at least. I think this is the second free gift I've ever gotten in an order, so I'm super excited to see what it is. Now I know they sell a lot of Hoyas, so from the size of this one it might even be a Hoya, but we'll see. Is this one that I wanted? Is this actually one that I was looking at on a different site? Actually, I don't think it is. No, because that was DLC Petra Dip or something like that. Let me see what this is. Okay, I'm a little too excited with this one. Okay, here we have nail clippers, because through the tangle of news stuffing and rubber bands, I feel like I'm gonna take this one out of the pot along with the rubber bands and newspaper. So I have my trusty nail clipper because my scissors are downstairs and I don't feel like going downstairs right now. Trying to get this video done and go to the gym today. And hopefully go to bed early too, so got a lot of stuff to do today. Not really a lot of stuff, but you know, sleep schedules and stuff like that. So let me clean this stuff off and then we'll get into what this free gift is. Okay, so I'm kind of freaking out because I did some research on this hybrid right here that they gave me for free, which is Taiwan Big Lip Ta Hisin, and this is actually a hybrid that I've been looking at from Norman's Orchids on their eBay site, so there's literally no way that they could have known that I've been eyeing this one for a while, but actually I finally have one and I'm so excited. So it's got one, let me just take this off. So we got 1, 2, 3 maturing growths and maybe 4 or 5, closer to 4 already mature growths, but it is still a little baby seedling. So I'm hoping that these will put out pseudobulbs, and then we'll finally be getting onto our well, I guess not completely mature, but you know, more mature growths as far as actually producing pseudobulbs on these ones. But of course I'll put a picture in and show you what it looks like, and then you'll understand why I am so excited to have this one in my possession finally. So real quick, let's see what the roots look like, as well as do a foliage check on this one. Foliage seems okay. There is a little burnt tip on this one, but that very well most likely was from our heat wave, because they are high desert orchids. If you may not have noticed by the name, they're in the high desert, so they're in the southwest along with me, so this baby probably got a little too hot, but overall just a healthy orchid. And if I can take it out of the pot, which I can't, at least not safely, but judging by the foliage, the roots have got to be healthy, or else the foliage wouldn't look like this. So yeah, another great order from High Desert Orchids, and my second free gift with a mail-in order. So thank you very much, High Desert Orchids, and definitely check out their site, because if you haven't, or if you have been watching my channel for a while, you've seen that I get a lot of orchids from them, and I'm always happy with the orchids that I get from them. Okay, so this has been my Orchid Smaul from High Desert Orchids. Cattleya El Dorado, aka Cattleya Wallacei, Mount Ito. And here we have BC Taiwan Big Lip Ta Sin. Okay, so this has been my Orchid Smaul from High Desert Orchids. This is Cattleya El Dorado Mount Ito, also known as Cattleya Wallacei. And this is BC Taiwan Big Lip Ta Sin. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!